have to remember that. That's a new song. I will later. Ready? One, two, one. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am opening up to sweet surrender. Let's all stand. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening, yeah. I am open. I am opening, opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. Woo!
Thank you, Andy and Ben. What a way to get the energy up, huh? That's great. Started with a bang. So good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Reverend Bonnie Anderson. Reverend Kimberly has a well-deserved Sunday off, and she's actually attended a memorial yesterday of a friend, so she was glad to be able to do that. So this is a open, progressive spiritual community where everyone is welcome. No matter where you are on your spiritual path, you are welcome here, and we celebrate everyone who walks through these doors. Can't you just feel the energy when you walk in here of love? This is a place of love. I can feel it with all of you looking up here at me. So, is there anyone here for the first time? Welcome, welcome. Thank you. We'll give you Vivian's going to give you a welcome packet, and we're so glad you're here. We're so glad you're here with us. You're welcome. So, our musicians this morning are my great husband, Reverend Andy Anderson, and my wonderful son, Benny Boy. If you would, and I want to thank Karen Jordan for a wonderful meditation on judgment. So yes. Thank you, Karen, so much. I don't see where Karen, oh, there you are, right in front. And Nancy Clay is going to be doing the opening treatment and the reading. So thank you so much for them. Turn your phones off. And it is Birthday Sunday. There's a lot of August birthdays in this center. So everybody stand up if it's your birthday anytime in August. And woo!
Benny!
We're gonna sing to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. We sure do love you. Woo.
birthday. And now we're going to hear a wonderful contemplative song from Reverend Andy and Ben.
Looking at the sun, stars, the moon, the sky. So good to know that I'm alive. My eyes are open wide. Everything that you feel, know that it's real. Just take it in and feel the love, the peace, the joy. So good that I know it's just another blessed day. Just another blessed day. Look all around me, all that I see is life itself looking back at me, smiling. How do you do? It's saying to me, how do you do? Everything that I say, that I do is leading me to what is true for me and for you. So glad that I know it's just another blessed day. No matter what comes and goes, life is like the river, it always flows. It's breathing in, breathing out. I'm one with the one and it's alright. It's only waiting for you. So come on and dive into your truth. Oh, nothing's holding you. The day's a new you, a brand new you.
Hey, you got a light that wants to shine, so let it. Sacred serpent, my old skin, I shed it. Behold it, my brethren and sistren, forever. Eternal light moving through space, reflected. Look, it's far-reaching. You're the dust of a star breathing. With heartbeat, use that breath to start speaking. Vibrations of love and freedom, as one, as equals, connected to each soul. Aligned with love. And what else can I say? It's just a brand new blessed day.
Today is a perfect day.
Yes, it is.
Perfect place, time, and space. To love myself and let go of everything else. I choose to see the best in myself, the best in everyone else. Oh, there's nothing else for me to do. Just let His love come shining through. So glad that I know it's just another blessed day.
Yes, it is. What is it?
It's just another blessed day.
Y'all feel that?
It's just another blessed day. Ooh. Just another blessed day.
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Just another blessed day.
I think I better hold this. just another blessed day. A blessed day that brings us together in each other's presence to feel our oneness, our wholeness, our purpose, our truth. A beautiful facility that is just serving all of our needs and being so energized with every activity we have here is just the perfect place, the perfect setting for the beautiful community togetherness that happens when we come here. Surely the presence of Spirit is in this place. I can feel the power and the grace. So knowing that the service is especially blessed, that each one participating either by being here or serving in a role, blessed beyond knowing, loved, served, and serving. In this place of blessings, in this moment of togetherness, we can say together, and so it is. Haven't seen me up here in a while. So I'm reading from May's Science and Mind magazine, May 3rd. Excuse me while I get settled. The Changers and the Change is the title. All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change. That is Octavia Butler. Do we not see a visible world that seems to change? And if we do, how is it that it could come from something that never changes? Ernest Holmes. On a recent road trip, I listened to a series of webinars hosted by Afrofuturist writer Tanarive Due and a religion professor, Monica A. Cole. The webinar series is Octavia Tried to Tell Us, and it focuses on the life and the ideas of Octavia Butler as an author of speculative fiction, an Afrofuturist, and an all-over human powerhouse. The profound conversation weaved its way to a topic we all have a love-hate relationship with: change. The webinar participants discussed the static colonizer mindset of changing individuals, the world, even systems and frameworks, without a willingness to also be changed by their own experience of those things. Simply put, we want others to be changed without actually being changed ourselves. How often do I do that? I did that. How often do you do that? How often do we collectively do that? As a community, as a city, as a country. The reality is that every interaction, every situation, every circumstance, every something that is happening way over there changes us. Each day we have the choice to either resist being changed or to open ourselves up to the possibilities that change brings. We are not static. Life is not static. The universe is not static, and yes, the divine, is not static. Butler solidified this concept when she wrote, "All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you." The only lasting truth is change. God is change. Let the truth of that statement permeate every aspect of your being. What would it look like if we embodied this simple truth? How would we live our lives differently if we recognized we are both the changers and the changed? And our affirmation is, I embrace change as a natural and necessary part of life. And so, like all of us, I would assume that we're riding on a wave of some major changes in the atmosphere in our country. And it's been such a positive change that has brought back hope and joy and possibility and change. So we can just sit back and watch it change. Nothing we can do but be glad. That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Today's the perfect day. Celebrate all that I know I am today. So I wake up, see the truth of me. Let spirit flow through me as me. Knowing I'm one with the one. See the love of everyone. As within, so without. Release all fear and any doubt. Because I know the truth of me. Wake up, open my eyes and see infinite possibilities. Let it meet me, knowing I'm free and be as one. All I am is one. So I wake up, see the truth of me. Let spirit flow through me as me. Knowing I'm once only one. See the joy of everyone. As within, so without. Release all fear and any doubt. Because I know the truth of me. At any time I can decide to change my mind. Yeah. I don't need to know. All I really need to do is let go. So I choose to get up, wake up, pray up, move up. It's all up to me. Today I choose to be all that I can be. So I wake up, see the truth of me. Let spirit flow through me as me. Knowing I'm once only one. See the joy of everyone. As within, so without. Release all fear and any doubt. And today I know the truth of me. I know the truth. I know the truth of me. I'm whole and I'm complete. I know the truth. I know the truth. I know the truth. I know the truth. I know the truth of me. I'm whole and I'm complete. I know the truth. I know the truth. I know the truth. I know the truth of me. and know I know that I know that I know that I know the truth of me.
Thank you, Andy and Ben. That was great. So, I'm so happy to be here this morning. It's so much fun to come and speak with all of you and see your beautiful faces. So the title of my talk this morning is Fear is Nothing to be Afraid of. And you know, there's a lot of fear around our country today, isn't there? And around the world. I mean, we're seeing the planet heat up, the temperature's getting hotter, the fires, the smoke. The political landscape is very divisive. There's a lot of hatred and vitriol flying around. And it seems like fear is almost in the air, doesn't it? And I find myself hooking into it sometimes because I'm kind of empathic. So especially if you're empathic, you can just pick it up, it seems. So it's important that we are aware of it. And Ernest Holmes calls it race consciousness. It's the prevailing consciousness of the society around us. And I think that we can say that there's a lot of fear in the society around us, in the country around us today. Now, I've decided to be curious about fear, to take a look at fear. A great book that talks about fear, among other things, is What's in the Way is the Way. And I have her name here with a quote. I can't remember the author's name. It was one of the books recommended one month. It's a great book, and she talks about fear in there. So what if fear is here to help us? What if it's our friend? What if fear is coming to give us a message? Something that we need to notice. Because, you know, if you try and run away from fear, it doesn't work, does it? You know, if you try and shut it down, and I think that's our normal reaction. The author of the book I'm going to talk a little about, When Fear Speaks, Listen, he says that there's an acronym he's heard, like it's not face everything. Oh. It's face it and run. Fear everything and run. Fear everything and run, because it gets that adrenaline going, and you get that scared feeling, you just want to get out of there. So you want to run, or, you know, for me, I like to sit down in the recliner and put some junk TV on and eat some ice cream. But it doesn't really work, does it? It just shoves it down. It doesn't really work. Facing it is one of the hardest things we can do, but if we face it, we can clear it out. We can clear it out and see more clearly. And for me, meditation helps. Becoming still. And what happens to your body when you're afraid? You clench up, you breathe shallow, don't you? And you can feel the butterflies in your stomach sometimes. So in meditation, you can let that go. The breath is a wonderful healing tool. Breathing, just breathing. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to go anywhere to do it. You can just sit down and take some slow, deep breaths. Let's do that for a moment. Let's breathe deeply and slowly. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And then you can check in with your body. Do you feel a nervousness in your solar plexus? Are your shoulders tight? You can do a scan on your body and see what's going on. Can you feel that? Sometimes we are afraid and we don't even know we're afraid. That's why meditation is so wonderful. And checking in with our bodies are such messengers. You can get so much information from your body. And sometimes the fear we learn as children gets buried in our bodies. You know, sometimes we picked it up from our parents who had their own fears, who got it from their parents. Nobody's wrong here. Or sometimes we, as children, we wanted to be good and perfect so that we'd be loved and survive. So in order to do that, it's sometimes you're afraid that you're not doing the right thing. So those childhood fears can be buried. And if we don't release them, they can run our life and limit the quality of the joy we can feel. But it's all something we can do with getting curious about it. What if fear is a gift? A messenger that we can speak to? What I know is that the universe is for me. The universe is always for me. So whatever's happening in my world must be for me. The universe is not out to get me. It's not out to make me miserable. The things that appear in my life are ways to heal. The universe is always for me. Mary O'Malley is the woman that wrote What's in the Way is the Way. And she said, life is putting you in the exact situation you need in order to see and unhook from the spells that keep you separate from the flow. Life knows what it's doing. And fear is separation, isn't it? Fear is believing that we're not one. When we remember that we're one with all that is, when we're always wrapped and enfolded in the arms of the divine, it's not as easy to feel afraid, because we know that we're not all by ourselves on this island trying to survive. That's why meditation is good, because it connects us with the source. We can get messages. So you are the loving presence that you've been waiting for. You are the loving presence that you've been waiting for. And as you allow fear to be, it creates a space. It creates a space for it to leave. As you breathe into it, as you listen to it, maybe journal with it. Especially if you breathe into it, you can feel it lift out. And one of the songs that Andy sang was about letting go. You can let it go. And first, you have to face it, which can be the most challenging thing, is to facing it. Don't be afraid to look at your fears, because if you don't look at them, they grow. And when we spend time spinning in the fear, say we're looking at, we're thinking about the election or whatever's going on in our lives, and the more we put energy into it, what happens when you think about something? We're taught it grows, right? So when we talk to our friends about, isn't that terrible? This might happen, that might happen. Everything's falling apart in our country. Oh my goodness. It's actually it's fueling the fire of fear. Fueling it. So when we come to ourselves and know the truth, that we're part of this divine matrix of life, that everything is truly all right, that we know that we are connected to the one, part of the one, it helps. So I was meditating, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I got this message that I should teach a class on fear. And I was like, fear? Who wants to take a class about fear? I don't want to take a class about fear. and it's summertime, it's August. Nobody wants to teach a class in August, but Spirit kept nudging me and nudging. And you know, sometimes when that happens, I don't listen. But this time I did. And then I realized, oh, I already had this book that I hadn't read yet. Dennis Merritt Jones, who was a retired Science of Mind minister. He was in Simi Valley, who's a wonderful teacher. He wrote, When Fear Speaks, Listen, the 7 Messengers of Fear. And so I thought, oh, I already have the book. This is perfect. And he made a comment on Facebook, a quote from his book, and I said, Dennis, would you be willing to come to one of our Zoom classes? Because I'm going to be teaching a class. He said, oh my goodness, I'd love to. I mean, what author doesn't love that? We want to hear from you. So he's going to be in one of the classes. So it's all coming together. People from church are signing up. My friends are signing up. There's a lot of people that want to look at their fear right now. So I was glad that I said yes. And one of the things that Dennis says for an acronym for fear is face everything and rethink. Face everything and rethink. And he talks about the 7 messengers of fear. And we're not going to go through all of them today, but let me just tell you what they are. Anger, worry, judgment, which is what Karen talked about today in the meditation, selfishness, shame, loneliness, and uncertainty are all messengers from fear. So fear is a powerful force, isn't it? It encompasses many things. The first messenger of fear is anger, because underneath anger is always fear. Sometimes it's hard to see that because, you know, let's say you're driving in traffic and there's a road rage, somebody gets mad and they're honking their horn and flipping their finger. We don't think of them as fearful, the opposite. But underneath the anger is fear. Underneath a lot of emotions is fear. And we want to ask what it has to teach us. When we get angry, what does it have to teach us? The second messenger is worry. This is a big one. I don't know about you, but it's a big one for me. My mom was a wonderful worrier. She would worry about all kinds of things. I remember once we were visiting her in Michigan. I grew up in Michigan, and and she'd picked us up from the airport, and we were sitting around the kitchen table talking, and she's like, now, when you go home, we better leave for the airport really early. Let's see, what time does your plane leave? Because, you know, there might be a flash flood. There might be this. All these things could happen. We want to make sure you catch your plane. I said, Mom, and I started getting caught up in it. Oh yeah, we better plan. And then I went, Mom, I just got here. Let's not worry about that. Think about in your life, how much time you've spent worrying about things that never happened. Has anyone ever done that? And if you add up, like at my age, if I add up all the hours I spent with that, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. It's a lot of time because most of the things we worry about don't even happen. So Andy he gave me permission to share this. He had a health challenge lately and it was scary, and they ordered 1 million tests and all that, and we were both getting the fear. It's hard not. We had to go to the ER to get a CAT scan at night, and we spent We were there till 2 in the morning just because there were so many people there. And it's scary when you're in that situation, isn't it? It's scary. And so one night, Andy and I didn't realize it, but both of us were awake in the middle of the night in a worry spiral. Wow, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And what if I don't have Andy? And will I have to move? And well, like I was way off in this, way off in the, because worry feeds itself, doesn't it? It's like you start worrying and then you worry and you end up worrying that you're going to be homeless you're thinking about you're paying your bills and then you think you're going to be homeless on the streets, and it has a way of blowing itself up and has a mind of its own. So when the next morning we felt better, we talked about it, we go down to the river and meditate most mornings and do a little reading and meditating. And we realized that both of us were doing the same thing. He was doing the same thing in the middle. Will Bonnie be all right if I'm not here? And, and it was way out of proportion, but that's what worry does, isn't it? But what is it here to teach us? One of the things I think it's here to teach me is to trust. To trust. The universe has always taken care of me before. Why would it stop now? To trust that I'm one with all that is. And for me, going out in nature and meditating, or just sitting under a tree or by the river and breathing can be such a relief and bring us back into ourselves. Bring us back into ourselves. Worry robs us of joy, doesn't it? It robs us of the joy of our life and of freedom. And I realize that when I'm worrying, I'm not in the present moment, am I? I can't enjoy the joy of the present moment because my mind is way off on some scenario that's never going to happen. So it's really, I think, important to breathe into that and to think about what it's here to teach us. Breathe into our fear, because if you figure out where it is in your body, where you're holding it in your body, in your shoulders, your chest, and your gut, and breathe into that and let it go, it can really help. And then be open to any messages that it has for you. There's a Chinese proverb that says that the bird of worry flies over your head. This you cannot change, but that it builds a nest in your hair. This you can prevent. And I've had a few worry nests in my hair. And going back to principle, we all know that what we concentrate on grows, right? So we can create if we want, we can create our worries. You can manifest your worries. There's a Native American symbol of rabbit is fear. And one of the symbols of the rabbit. And they say that the rabbit calls in his fear. He sits there and says, "Oh no, hawk, don't come and get me." And then nothing happens, so it's like, "Hawk, don't come and get me." And then what happens? So we call our fears to us when we worry. We actually call our fears to us. Ernest Holmes said, "If we learn to harmonize with everything that transpires today, tomorrow will blossom like a new flower in our experience." Deal with today, with this moment. Deal with our fears today so they don't grow and expand. Listen to them. Listen to the messages. And I recommend this book as a lovely introduction to exploring your fears. And if you want to sign up for my class, it starts Thursday, it's on Zoom. It's not here, it's on Zoom. Thursday evenings at 4:30 to 6:30. You can sign up in the social hall. That's not the social hall, Bosworth Hall. You can sign up in Bosworth Hall and join us as we together, because we're going to create a community where we share our ideas, share our wisdom about fear. That's what I love about classes, is you get together and it becomes bigger than you are separately. We'll support each other in doing that.
Is there a cost involved?
Yes.
What is the cost?
$99.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. And if you're going to take the class, order this today if you can, if you're going to get it on Amazon, because it takes a couple of days to get it. And he's done a really nice job, because he talks about, in every section of fear, becoming mindful. And Karen shared the one on judgment. Because judgment's fear, right? When we judge another person, it's because we're judging ourselves, and that comes from the fear that we're not good enough. So what I've been noticing is that a lot of the emotions that we have are based in fear. So it's time to shine the light on it. Have some fun with it. Take a look at it, this big boogeyman of fear, and see if we can bring some healing into it and release some of those things. So I'm just going to open this up. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to open this up to any page and see what I come up with to close with. While 1 billion human beings engage daily with the messenger of worry, most of us rarely reflect on what this devoted messenger of fear is actually attempting to accomplish. And then they have a mindfulness practice. As you vigilantly and faithfully navigate through the darkness, mindfully drawing one breath at a time, you cite a humanist sign up ahead. Examining it, you can discern that what it reads: "You have successfully arrived in the present moment. Breathe and be here now. Trust and know that all is well." Thank you. And let us pray. As we take a collective breath together, we know that we are one with all that is. We are a part of the divine matrix of the universe. We are here to share love with each other. And as we face our fears and feel them in our bodies and move forward, we become more and more free, more and more joyful, letting the past go, letting those old fears release and have wings and fly away, and don't make a nest in our hair. I know that we are on a beautiful journey together, supporting each other and living this life more joyfully, more presently, more enthusiastically. And I am so grateful there. I'm grateful for each person here today, for the synergy we have created, for the music, for the sound, for the live streaming. It is good, and it is very good. And I release it into the law, and so it is. Now Andy and Ben will share another song. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good one if you're in the mood to loosen up a little bit, pop back and forth.
Sometimes when I find myself just holding on and afraid of letting go,
What's that like?
Don't allow myself to see the truth of my wholeness, oneness, and this greatness that I am.
So then what do you do?
But when I look inside,
Yeah.
oh, where love resides,
Yeah.
I know that I express all the love that I possess. And when I love myself, just the way I am, I wake up to my truth and let it come shining through. Then I let my spirit move.
That's right.
Just like the ocean that's on the move.
Yeah.
See, it's always moving in, moving out, never still, never stopping that flow of life. But when you look inside, oh, just realize you can always express all the power that you possess.
Yes, you
and
can.
then just love yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, just the way you are.
Yeah.
Oh, you wake up
Yep.
to the truth. It'll come bursting through.
Hey, now I'm calling in love, I'm calling in peace. And it's alive here and living as me. You see, the spirit is free. And it's guiding and driving my dreams. Now when I look around, what do I see? I see my own truth reflected as me. You see, spirit's love, it is supreme. And we're all threads in that masterful weave. Now if you truly believe we're all part of the plan, let spirit know it by clapping your hands. And if you know in your heart life is meant to be sweet, get on up and just step to the beat. See, we're a unified force across all nations, here to serve humanity's elevation. This is a sweet demonstration of that love expressing its musical celebration now.
Look inside.
Yes,
Love resides.
yes.
Always
Let spirit move us to any
express all
obstacle.
the power that you possess.
Become possible with the
Love
strength and the wisdom to
yourself.
hold God's acceptance
When
for
you
others as our
are,
own.
you
We
wake
rise
up
up
to the
together,
truth.
brave and
It'll
bold,
come
here to
shining
serve,
through.
alive and whole.
I
Yes,
let my spirit
that's right.
keep on moving.
Come on.
And have its being.
That's right.
Oh, it keeps on shining.
Shining.
Shining
Hey.
in my life.
Yeah.
When I let it
Yeah.
shine.
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 Come on, come
Shines
on, come
on.
on, come on. Hey. Now as we wake up and move every day, we let gratitude just be our way. We were born with the power to choose, the freedom to move, and we gon' let spirit move.
Let my spirit.
Let it move us, come on.
Let my spirit move.
Yeah.
Let my spirit.
Come on. Just let spirit move it right now.
Let my spirit.
We're gonna let that spirit,
Let my spirit move.
let my spirit move.
Let my spirit.
Come on, come on. Andy Anderson.
Oh, Ben.
Thank you, guys. That was great. All right, so now is the time for our giving, where you get to contribute into this spirit, to this service in a wonderful way. So if the ushers will come forward and take your check, or if you're giving online, just put your hands on your heart and let's say this affirmation together. Graciously I give from a place of love, knowing that as I give, I so richly receive.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. So I think we have time for a couple of comments. If there's anything that touched you today that you think you might use or that opened your heart, would anyone like to share anything? Is there a mic, or should we just speak loudly, I guess? We got you. Okay, great. So just raise your hand if you'd like to make a comment. Up here.
Check, check.
Yes. Thank you. Anybody else?
Thank you for that wonderful talk. I would also like to give a shout out to all of our sound and video technicians in the back helping all make this sound out too. So, thank you.
All right, because we wouldn't have music without that, right? Anybody else? Robin?
Would you like the
He's bringing you a mic, so. Yes, that's true.
Thank you. Yes, fear was just a really good topic, and it hit me sideways this weekend. Seems kind of odd, but I just found out that my grandson, who's 3, starts preschool next week. And I don't know why it hit me with a sense of fear, but it did. Maybe because he's so innocent and so kind and sweet and open, and that changes sometimes when you get in a diverse group of people with different backgrounds. But yeah, just holding that love for him. So thank you to acknowledging that fear.
Thanks, Robin. It shows fear can come from things that are positive, too. We don't realize that underneath the good things, there's that feeling of fear. Anybody else? All right. So now I have some announcements. So volunteers are needed to help with the coffee and cleanup. There's a beautiful coffee service and beautiful food set out, but if you want to help, if you want to just spend a few moments helping, that would be wonderful. And if you do, please see Vivian. She would love to hear from you. Poetry as a spiritual practice is a wonderful thing that Reverend Kimberly is doing Tuesdays from 10 to 11:30. Bring your journals. You don't have to be a poet. They talk about, from what I understand, they talk about a poem or poetry and a spiritual look at it, and it's really a wonderful heart-opening session. Tai Chi will not meet this week, only on Tuesday. And Miracle Makers Group, Renee, is Renee here? Nope, she was good, nope, not that.
We met this week, so.
Oh, okay. And someone wanted to make, yes,
Men's group tomorrow.
at what,
Kevin's not here today, but he wanted to make.
at what time?
It's at 11?
11. Men's group meets tomorrow at 11. Here?
Yes.
Okay, great. And it says Reverend Bonnie Anderson is teaching a class, so if you have any questions about the class or you want to see the book, I've got the book. You can sign up for our weekly e-newsletter here on Bosworth Hall on our website, or email us at cslroguevalley@gmail.com. Reverend Kim would like to make an announcement.
So, we did a new prayer request. It's folded in the little pockets, and we've moved the prayer box for these prayer requests to the back corner. I believe that actually if you put them in the basket that goes around for donations, you could put them in there too. They could be separated out. Whatever you do, we are so blessed to have you, practitioners and ministers, or practitioners, are so blessed to have you come and ask for prayer. But also, these get prayed over all week, and then they will go on to silent reading. So, we're trying to cover all our bases, but make it one thing. So, thank you so much.
And take advantage of this. We love to, practitioners and ministers, we love to pray for you if you have a need, or if you have a friend or a relative who has a need. please fill out one of those. All week we will hold you in prayer. And then, as Kim said, we send it off to Silent Unity at the Unity headquarters. And they have a beautiful tower there where they pray 24 hours a day. It's a really wonderful thing. You can even call them if you have a prayer need, and they will help you. So take advantage of that. We invite you to stay for coffee and soup in Bosworth Hall right after the service. And practitioners, would you join us up front for our closing song? They are available after the service for a 5-minute miracle. So don't leave with a heavy heart. If you would like a 5-minute prayer, they would be glad to sit with you.
I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. Oh, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. Oh, and you shine, you shine, you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, yeah, you shine, yeah, you shine, and you shine so bright for the world. Oh, we are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. Oh, we are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, oh, we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we, oh, we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, 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 we shine. Show enough.